uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to channel. I'm Bushkin. Today's video is going to be proudly sponsored by Pubg Mobile, and it's a combat masterclass, preferably close combat, not fisticuffs like this. Don't throw hands at me, you big love heart, you. I'm talking about the nasty stuff, the up close and personal, the angry bits. And you're going to see there is none better than the angry bits than my good mate, Mr. Ouija, who you can see here picking me up in both arms and carrying me across the threshold. Big ups to this bloke who just comes running into the room at the wrong time in the film with a grenade in his hand. Hello? That's not good. Luckily it lands outside, but could have been really ugly for everyone. Good work as they're carrying me. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is angles and advantages. The next scene is going to be me at Hacienda del Patron, and I want you to watch the angles I put myself in every time. I'm behind the door, third party peeking, can hear someone running up the stairs. I'm going to time the run, out we come. Good angle to have on an enemy as they come in to that open space, and that gives you a desync advantage. Done lots of videos on desync, the peeker's advantage. Go and check that out on channel. You'll certainly find more info there. There's a guy downstairs. We can see footsteps. It's pretty obvious. We're tracking those footsteps. He's in one of these rooms along the corridor. He has a little poke. He was going to fire there, but I went out the doorway, just trying to draw his attention. I see he's in the second one along, and we start pre-firing that before we even turn up, because much like the guy upstairs, I was expecting him to come out and pre-fire. We get a hit over there. So what am I going to do? Early game, early days. He's probably not good gear. He might not even have a med kit. The numbers say that the biggest and best chance I've got of winning is to just absolutely ram the barrel down his throat. And that's what we do. And we come out of there with 3 very, very quick kills. Now, hot drops are what all that is about, but you've got to also play to your strengths. If you get a shotgun, you want to turn it into a narrow gauge corridor fight. Now, that's exactly why I set up here. There's not a lot of space from the B. They have to come in. There's one. There's two. He lands one very nasty block into me, but you've got to play to your strengths. If you've got a shotgun, do that. If you've got an M24, try and make it as far away as possible. Movement is very, very important as well. If you want to be good at any of this, you've got to get good at moving your character around. I've been playing 4-finger claw for ages, and it's very, very useful, but I felt like I could do even better if I switched to 6-finger claw, and that's exactly what I did, and that's been a painful process, but it means that I have better control of my character, and I'm able to do all kinds of nice things. And one of the things you can do as you run around is just practice, you know, jumping on railings, jumping through holes in the floor. Look at me bot calling these guys. Bot call. Has anyone calling a bot? This is the ultimate bot call though. What you've got to do when you're bot calling is not fire just one gun, you've got to fire 2. Because that means that they think there is actually an engagement going on. And there we go, we get 2 of them, we get a knock, and we talked about movement before. Now this guy is going to push further down to the northwest, the other end of the compound. There's no way that guy can get in, so I see the guy is going to pop just down the end here. I'm going to get a heal off, set up for combat, and then we're going to move along the rooftops. We're going to jump across his window. Now I don't try and climb in his window, for good reason. What I do instead is I actually run and jump along the edge of these rooftops and then go sideways across his window. I just want to find out whether he is in fact still up there. He is, he hasn't bailed out. And then we pre-fire coming up the stairs because we know that he's already been rinsed up and he's hurt. Getting good movement is so important. And I can't emphasize enough how, like, think of it this way. I've been playing since season 1. I've been playing since the day of release. And yet I'm still trying to improve my movement constantly by changing my controls, changing the way I work and move around the maps. And that has allowed me to get better because everyone keeps getting better. And if you want to improve and you want to win these close quarters engagements, then you've got to be able to move really, really efficiently. You can see here, this is the new 6-finger claw layout, and it's really effective and it makes you a much harder target to hit. I'm going to run you through a little bit of this kind of stuff, and then I'm going to show you a couple of major situations late game with me and Mr. Ouija that we've been running around in TPP duos of late, and they're a whole lot of fun. But being able to peek effectively, being able to aim, being able to move while fighting, and, you know, Peeking corners in FPP is so good like this. And setting up your controls is so important. Now, I'm doing a learn to claw video, or I've done a learn to claw video, but I'm doing a learning to 6-finger claw video, which is popping on channel soon. So if you like this and you want to know more about this movement style, stick around and basically I'll do that. But the better you are at moving around the map, and the better you're going to be at winning these close quarters combat engagements. Let me show you a little clip here, and I'm going to break down some of the tactical thinking that goes on. There's a guy over there in a ghillie suit. He knows there's two of us pushing up on him, and he panics, and he just starts barneying away, which is not good. And we're going to get rid of that guy, and then there's another dude further down on him that is in his squad, obviously, just down there. And I don't know what kind of gun he's got, so I'm just spraying all over trying to suppress. Wasn't sure if he had an M24 or something like that, but he doesn't. This next part is key. So we're going to get a couple of hits on him. It's late game. We don't have a car. He's got a car. I could grind that, and that would definitely kill him, but also screw the car. So instead of grinding him, I'm going to molly him. Now, there's two good things about throwing a molly here. One is it won't kill your car, and the other thing is that you don't have to wait for the timer and everything to pop. As long as you can aim the molly, it's instantaneous, and mollies are brilliant for that. You don't have to wait. It's really, really quick. So the quicker you can throw it into the right slot, the better off you'll be. Mr. Ouija's gone link dead. He's disconnected, which is not good for us, and I've immediately smoked him up. And that doesn't matter though. There is someone who's just got him on the edge of smoke. I'm coming in to throw another smoke, and he's still not in the game. I think he's just come back now. Second smoke hits. He's like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, buddy, don't move, don't move. Get him up. Now I'm going to switch to FPP here. This is a little bit cheaty. Hopefully they fix this in the next patch, just in case someone starts pushing down on us. You can hear that gren. You got to hold. You just got to hold, mate. You got to get your buddy up. One of the worst things there would be to not revive him, because what will happen then is he will get knocked again if he's revived, and you might live through it. But if you don't revive him and he gets hit by the grenade, he's going to get knocked completely. Now, we talked about close quarters combat and ramming home the advantage. We've dropped the middle of boot camp, as you all want to do, and I think this is solo duos, and I've got a lovely big dog gun in an AKM. Great gun for CQC, especially early on, because the kind of headshots it gives are devastating. Now, this is obviously one of the main reasons you love playing boot camp. One of the main reasons it's one of the most dropped parts of the game. It's quite simply because there is so much going on here, and it's such a challenge. You've got to track footsteps, you've got to track targets, you've got to figure out whether you're going to be aggressive or going to hold back, and you can see there's people running around absolutely everywhere down here. Here comes a guy upstairs. Movement again is absolutely clutch. Third party peeking. We hear that guy, we get another knock. They've got to be running that corner there. Weapon switch, now I'm running double automatic weapon. And I always recommend in boot camp and these kind of places that you run a double AR or an SMG and an AR, because great, have an M24 or a Kar 98K for later on, but when you're up close and personal like that, having an M24 or a Kar 98K is very rarely going to be the thing that gets you across the line. Final little session of combat school here. You can see that another squad has landed just behind us. You don't get anything on the roof, you get straight off, because the odds of you winning the game by staying on the roof right there are very, 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 very low. You want to get inside and start looting if there's not something immediately around you and it's a hot drop. Now, I heard someone land on the roof again. I know that there was nothing on the roof for me there, so when I heard that thump, that's someone coming in late, I'm assuming that they're going to be on the top of the roof, and exactly that happens. That is an easy knock. And there's the other bloke involved in that. He's screwed. The bot's shooting at him. The rest of the crew gets wiped, and that's just listening, using your ears. That will tell you so much about what's going on in the game itself. That boom, as they hit the top deck there, coming in a little bit behind us, was the indicator that they were landing exactly where we had, and there was just as few guns for them as there had been for me when I landed up there. Now, the guys that are just to our southwest, I'm a big proponent, personally, of pushing pretty hard at the beginning of these things if you get gear. Because, oh, hang on, did you hear that? Someone's just trailed in. Get the knock, and then we've got to get him up. And that's exactly what those guys there have done. They have got the gear. They've seen guys land here and get no guns and bail off and get nailed. So they've gone, I'm going to have a little bit of a push. Unfortunately, just a little bit late. So we dropped the med kit there, and we're onwards and upwards with life. We've still got a full squad, which is pretty handy, and we're going to move along to the south now, to the next part of the C block, and look for a little bit more action. So get reloaded. We've got a UMP and an AKM. Someone's coming in down the back here. Pretty sure this is going to be a bot. I'm not a big fan of the idea that... No, it's not a bot. Another one of those squad members. Oh, that's someone from across the way. So plenty of action here. Keep note of where those gunshots are coming in from. They're measured, they're long, they are definitely not bot shots. They are real shots, and there is still people pushing in. So we come around the other side and we start getting involved with these guys. And we've pushed through the B section of the C complex. That's the second building along. There's A, B, C in the mill base boot camp kind of thing. There we go. Pushing across now again. And listen to the footsteps. People upstairs, and I'm holding this angle here, and I've got to pull back. I've got to pull back and leave Ackroyd alone, because would you believe it? We've come through here, and there is someone in here. Someone is in here. We don't know where, but Whisper. Oh, hello. Reloading, and this is why you run AAR. Because I was reloading my AK as that guy turned up, and I switched it to an M416, which I would not have been able to do if I had not been running AAR. And there comes the last member of the squad. He pushes in and we get the clear. That guy in the surgical scrubs there that you saw was actually hiding behind one of the doorways. And it's always a problem in the mill base push when you get those late drop campers who just sit there with no gear but a Tommy gun or something and do their best. I'm Bushka. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that gave you a little bit of an insight on how to play a little bit tighter in the rough stuff. Until next time, make sure you like the videos and subscribe. That would help me tremendously. And until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.